as you should know by now, I'm a great believer in how you should apply knowledge, not just learn knowledge on its own, not to be complex, keep things simple. So I just want you to remember that really. Only bad materials emphasise knowledge only. So only bad materials emphasise knowledge only. Alright, only and only, right at the start and right at the end. And I want you to remember that because we're going to talk about an audit report. And the audit report has the opinion at the start, then the basis of opinion, then it talks about any material uncertainties, so material uncertainties, and then the E, as it is there for emphasise, it is here for emphasise as well. The emphasis of matter paragraphs, if there is any. Then the key audit matters, and then finally any other matters paragraph. Okay, there are other things, but they're the main things that we need to know about. Just a few things then to talk about, to tell you about really. For the opinion, this is the first section. Sounds an obvious thing to say, but it's really important. That's the first section. It's of the audit report. So it's saying, look, this is really important. This is the main thing I want you to know about. Okay, so I think quite rightly it's up there at the start. Okay, it will also identify what's been audited. So it allows the reader to know about the scope. All right, so what's been audited. Then the basis of opinion. Okay, so again, it's obvious, but notice how it comes second, really important, straight after the opinion. Okay, and what it will also do, it will refer to ACCA compliance. It'll also talk about independence, really putting independence, so think about your ethics work, really putting independence high up straight away in the basis for opinion. Okay, and obviously if your audit opinion has been modified in some way, then this is where you explain that modification straight away. Alright, material uncertainties, okay, particularly if you think of material uncertainties to do with going concern, that gets described in a separate section, okay, so it gets its own section here, and again look how high up it is. So if needed, any material uncertainties on going concern, really high up. Emphasis of matter paragraphs may be next, if, so they come here, if it's relating to important stuff. So if it's relating to the financial reporting framework. Okay, if it's not relating to it, it might follow the key audit matters, which comes next. So the key audit matters, or CAMs as you'll see them referred to from now on, key audit matters, a new section in the report, and just basically gives insights into the key matters. So, you know, obviously as its name suggests, so just think of that. It talks about, it explains the key matters in the audit. Okay, so it's for PLCs, compulsory, and voluntary for everybody else. Okay, now obviously your question is, well, what is a key audit matter? So after this I'm going to do a video explaining what key audit matters are. Okay, and then finally other matter paragraphs. So this could be here if it relates to the financial statements audit, or it could come later if it's to do with other things. So here, if to do with financial statements audit, which, you know, in the exam probably will be. So that's where that would go. All right, so only bad materials emphasize knowledge only. That will help you remember the order of the audit report, and I think it's quite important to know the audits, to know the order. There are some other things then that would then follow that, which would be any other information would come next. Okay, so the other information, which is again a new section in the audit reports. Basically this describes the auditor's responsibilities for any other information. and that other information would be things like the annual report, okay, and any outcomes of that. Then you've got the responsibilities, and notice how far down that's coming now. The responsibilities for the financial statements, okay, so a description of the management responsibilities, okay. Also in there will be their management responsibilities, ongoing concern as well, okay. After that, auditor responsibilities, a description of the auditor responsibilities. Now, comprehensive, quite a comprehensive list, okay, includes going concern as well. What are our responsibilities to do with going concern? And then finally, the date, the address, and the addressee in the signature. Okay, and also, what I would say, that now includes the engagement partner's name. So a little bit more personal responsibility being taken. Okay, so it's the first half though that I want you to really remember. Only bad material to emphasise knowledge only, and then I'll do a couple more videos explaining this in a bit more detail and how it affects everything.